Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. There is a bug at the moment, it's quite a big bug, that is preventing people from getting their free copy of ONI. Before we go over that, I'm going to stop the video right now and show you how to avoid it, okay? So the bug is in relation to this puzzle specifically. Now I've got my whole video going over this, right, but because some people might just see this and not that guide, I'm going to show you right now how to do that puzzle, because if you mess it up even once, that's it, you can't get ONI, at least right now anyway. So let's go over that, okay? So this is going to be our solution. If you'll notice, the reason why it's bugged is there is no reset region button, okay? They forgot to apply the reset region button. So if you make a wrong move here, if you push the box in the wrong way at all, then it's gone. You're not going to be able to get yourself your free copy of ONI at the moment, okay? So if I shut up here, because obviously I was recording my video earlier, you will see how to get this. Now the reason it took a wee bit longer for me to start was I was working out the solution before I pushed the box. I didn't notice there wasn't a reset region button though, so if I had messed this up myself I would have been screwed up. So if you notice, that is the solution there. If you do that, you are going to get yourself your ONI now, no problem at all, because by the time you go through and complete the rest of the missions, you will then be able to open up all the boxes and get yourself the copy of ONI from the bottom here, okay? Because he's in this box. And if you look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You need every single one. So by not being able to complete this, it currently prevents you from getting your copy of ONI, okay? So I'm just going to show you that one more time, because I realise that some people maybe don't want to flash back on the video to see it. So I'll put it back, I'll show the solution one more time, and you can actually see how to avoid getting the issue, stopping you getting your copy of ONI. So here we go, I'm just going to play it again one more time and you'll see it is quite straightforward. Now I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought to myself at the time, no one's going to get this wrong, but then people think differently. Some people think by doing and then correcting and doing it right the next time. Other people think before they make the moves, which is how I do it, and that works out for me making guides, because if I had kind of acted and then tried to correct, then I would have been screwed basically. But luckily my thought process is different to that, so it worked out quite well for me. But there is players out there who make the move and then go, oh crap, I should have done this, and that's normally fine, but right now you're not able to do that because this is actually bugged. Now this is a big deal in my opinion, because obviously it's not the first time. We get bugs quite a lot, and I'm actually relatively accepting of bugs in game. I mean, I was actually kind of laughing a little bit about the fact that my leaderboard rewards were bugged and I got rank 11 leaderboard rewards for coming rank 1 in the most recent tournament update thing. This one's potentially going to affect a larger pool of players, because I've already seen, looking at bug reports, it's already affected a lot of players, so clearly it's not going to necessarily be isolated. Now, do I think they will fix this? Absolutely. Absolutely, I think they will fix it. I think they will put in a reset button. It's very easy to do, and I think everyone will be able to get their ONI. Now, people are obviously excited to possibly get that unit today. That could be the one unit that they need to get the character to SSS, because I know me myself, when I'm summoning for the unit, I'm in my head factoring in that I'm going to get a copy for free from the event. So there is literally quite a lot of people who could be sitting right now just needing that one copy to take that unit to SSS, and the unit would be usable. For them, I can see how this would be a massive inconvenience, even if it is only going to be for another day or two, right? Topjoy don't work at the weekend. They don't. I was speaking to Dino about this, and he was saying to me, I'm not revealing anything bad here, he's like, oh, I hate it when there's bugs at the weekend, because we've got to wait for them to come back in, and obviously the community can get a little bit anxious, which is understandable, you know. It was the same when I used to make another game called the Sky RPG. If there was any issues that happened over the weekend, the community would just spin on it, you know. They would get a bit hot, they would get upset, they would get heated. You would have people saying, oh, I'm going to quit, blah blah blah, they're not going to fix this. Come Monday or maybe even Tuesday, they would generally fix it. So I'm not worried about it being fixed. What I do want them to do, and I think they need to start doing this regularly, okay, is they need to actually address these bugs and compensate players, right? Now, while a lot of bugs is annoying, if you are compensated for them, it tends to not bother players. To use a current example, Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, honestly, I swear to God guys, if you read the news in that game, every goddamn day there's like 2 or 3 bugs that they've found. But whenever they find them, they tell us, they fix them, and they give you compensation. So while it's annoying to see this many bugs, and there's a lot, to see that many bugs when you're getting compensated for them, you kind of like, great, go and find more bugs, because then I'll get more free stuff, you know? Like, who doesn't like free stuff in these games? But in this game, they very rarely compensate for bugs. Even if it's a widespread bug that we all know about, they very, very rarely compensate for it. They've compensated maybe 2 or 3 times. Like, when Evil Ryu, his leaderboard event was bugged, they gave us compensation for that. But then they sold an EX move for 6 months that was literally false sold, and they never even addressed it, never mind gave compensation for it. They've sold units that don't work for months, then they fix them, they don't compensate for that. Like, pick a lane guys. What are you compensating for and what you're not compensating for? In my opinion, if there's a bug that affects gameplay, players or anything to a significant degree, you should be compensating players regardless. And it would probably make people get a bit less sick of the fact that we do have these bugs and these issues in game. I think it would make players have a lot more confidence that you respected their time and the effort they put into playing your game, and it would actually make them feel like, yeah, I got something for nothing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I honestly do not think there is anything wrong with people thinking, great, there's been a bug, I've won because this, they got some compensation. But I mean, it's basic stuff, it's always basic stuff. Just playtest, man. I mean, I know the puzzle was on the surface for some people easy, but again, not everyone unilaterally solves puzzles in the same way. You've got people who will look at a puzzle in their head, they work out the solution, and then they do it first time. But then you've got other people who go in, they mess up, they reset, and then they do it right. So for those people who have to function that other way because that's how their brain works, they're screwed because Topjoy didn't bother putting in a reset region function. Now again, I don't think players should panic, because I do think 100% they will add in a reset region button. If for some insane reason they can't apply a reset region button, then they'll probably just gift box everyone affected or everyone a copy of ONI. So I kind of hope they can't fix it so we all get a copy of ONI, because then that means some of us will get 2 copies, which I guess would start a whole other riot of people being upset. But at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I'm fully 100% confident we'll all get our ONI. For those of us who have got the ONI, we don't need to worry, but for those who don't have ONI, here's a tip. Subscribe to Hayzink, put on that notification bell, because I put up guides to every single one of these puzzles within the first little while of them dropping. So in future, if you're stuck or if you think something like this might be an issue, have a glance at the video, you'll get your solution, and you don't need to worry about stuff like this happening to you in future. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.